Welcome everyone to the Trust the Plan podcast. I'm Nick.
And I'm Jim.
And this is episode 166. Back to the sponsor, the Peak Organic Blend. Sorry, but they're paying big money to be on this podcast, so we have to give our advertisers their credit.
Yeah, a couple weeks in a row, they're doing a great job for us. We'll promote them back.
Yeah, I mean, we're in discussions now to see if they're going to continue after the first month.
Yeah.
But things are looking up.
It's looking good.
Looking really good. Yeah. All right, so this is the State of the Union address.
Okay.
So Biden will be, by the time you see this, he'll have already delivered the speech, I'm sure. But I read an article in the Wall Street Journal over the weekend about how President Biden is preparing for his speech. Mm-hmm. So I thought, a few different years we've done the State of the Union for Peak. Mm-hmm. I can't remember if we did it last year or not, but we'd like to talk about, things that are going on here, right? So last year was Preston's first full year. He started in 21 after graduation. Right. So it was his first full year. And this year, right, he's continuing to ramp up. He'll get in his CFP and taking more of a lead role as an advisor. We also hired Connie last year. Yeah. Connie came from Raymond James. She had 16 years at Raymond James. Last year was the first full year for her. And so now we have a team of 6. Mm-hmm. And with Patty and Gwen and Connie, they all have like 15 plus years now.
Yeah.
Right?
It's a pretty strong resume for our operations staff for sure.
We're like pushing 100 years of cumulative experience. So I like that a lot. It's important to me that everyone, can answer your important questions and give good, solid advice. Mm-hmm. And we'll have 3 CFPs, right? Yeah. You got the CFP last year, right? Congratulations.
I did. Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah.
It was feels good to check that off the list. It's a kind of a grueling process, but feels good to have it done.
Yeah. However, when I took it, it was a 2-day test. Just gonna say that.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe I had it better than I thought.
Yeah, these new guys, 1-day test. Come on. All right, so a couple things that we're thinking about this year. All right, in 2018, we rolled out Peak Money Plus. It kind of fell flat. Not our fault. Okay, I'm gonna blame Jerome Powell for it because in 2018, right, the Fed was raising rates a little bit, and money markets became back in vogue. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah, there was opportunity.
And then just after a few months, it seemed they lowered rates back down to 0 and rates were gone, right?
Right.
But we had a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
Peak Money Plus. Let's earn interest on our cash.
Yeah.
I'm on record saying what? The biggest what?
That seems to me like the biggest no-brainer in the history of the world. For real.
The history of the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's the idea of taking advantage of high interest money markets, high yield savings, etc. So if your money is making nothing in the bank, which if you're in a local bank, it's almost certain.
Yeah. We
can point you in the right direction. Okay. Also, we're doubling down on our YouTube presence, and it's exploding, quite frankly.
Going viral.
Our sponsors are really pleased with it. Mm-hmm. We would really encourage you to subscribe if you haven't. And if you've been listening to the podcasts, that's great. I love to listen when I drive and walk the dog and stuff like that. But, we have an excellent YouTube presence. And it's such a better experience, right?
Yeah, it really is. It's nice. It's more visual.
Yeah.
It's good. It's a good product.
Yeah, I don't change my shirts often.
No, you're always wearing the same thing. Yeah.
It's crazy. But you get to see the shirts when you're watching on YouTube. So, that's really a big push. And we're also rolling out Peak PCS. What is PCS acronym?
Private Client Services.
Wow. Drop the mic.
Yeah.
Drop it. You ever go into the bank and they're like, if you have X amount on deposit, you get all these extra benefits. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking, well, what are the benefits? And there's like no benefits, right? But they talk about it all the time.
Right.
Okay. Well, now we're gonna take that and raise it up to the next level, right? We're gonna have PCS and give real benefits. So if you'd like to know what that's all about, reach out, give us a call, email, whatever. Also, State of the Union with assets. Okay. Hey. Okay.
Head of security doing his job.
Yeah, that's right. When people come in, you got to be ready.
We're gonna know.
If you walk right in, he could take your head off. Okay. All right. So this is an interesting trend. Okay. So 2020, 21, 22. In 2020, we brought in approximately 23 million in new assets.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And about 42% of that money was from existing clients making deposits.
Mm-hmm.
So I look at that number and I think, wow, people that are working with us, they're happy and they want to bring more money over here.
Yeah. Growing the relationship, yeah.
Yeah. And so about 42% of that 23 million was existing people. Now in 2021, we brought in $27 million in new money, and 55% of that was from existing clients. So not only did we increase the new money coming in, but a lot more of it was from existing people, which I think is also really important.
Yeah.
Right? In 2022, so now we're into last year, we brought in 31 million in new money. So that's ramping from 23 to 27 to 31, which is a very good trend. And I'm hopeful that 2023 can continue that trend. But of the 31 million, 50% was from existing clients. Okay. So 42 to 55 to 50. So kind of floating around that 50% level.
Yeah.
And I think that's the sign of a healthy practice.
Yeah, I would agree. It's not, we're furthering and extending the relationships we already have, but also still finding good fit clients outside of our existing network as well. And it's, I'm really happy with that ratio.
I am too. So I think the State of the Union is strong, right? Everyone's standing, clapping, right? The Vice President clapping.
Right.
Who else? The Speaker of the House would be clapping and standing. Ashley's clapping and standing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well that's it. So just like to, provide a fun little podcast on things that we're thinking about here at Peak. And I guess that's it. So if you are interested in a second opinion about your financial plan, your investments, maybe your advisor doesn't give State of the Union podcasts, and you're like, what's up with that?
Yeah.
Well, I think it's time to come over to our side.
Let's have a talk.
Yeah, let's have a talk. All right, we'll see you next time.